Welcome back to the Power Maxed Mini Challenge. There's still another race to come from here at Brands Hatch, but right now the Coopers are lining up for the first race from Rockingham. So let's go over to Ben and get the full grid.
Thanks, Michelle. Well, before we come on to the second race of the weekend, let's see how the first race of the Cooper Class weekend turned out, and it was won by Nathan Harrison from Ricky Page. Mark Wakefield completing the podium. Then it was Adam Davey, Adrian Noren and John Attard. So this is the second of three races, standalone event for the Cooper Class in the Power Max Mini Challenge at Rockingham. And as they line up for race two, it's Ricky Page from Nathan Harrison, then Mark Wakefield and Adam Davey, John Attard and Darren Chatt, Adrian Norman and Simon Walton. Henry Neal comes into position at the tail of the field, which means the 5-second board is shown to the drivers. It's eyes to the gantry. We're in car with Mark Wakefield. Away we go. And Wakefield may be over-anticipated. That's a super start from Ricky Page, and he gets the jump from Nathan Harrison. Wakefield, though, should consolidate third position as they head in towards turn one and then sprint towards the Dean hairpin. Further back, that's also a strong getaway from Max Bladen. He is scything through the field, and number 11 cars gained several places by the time they arrive, almost in a single train into the Dean hairpin, one or two of them taking the high, wide and handsome line as they negotiate the hairpin and then have the very short sprint on towards Yentwood. It's Ricky Page who leads the charge from Nathan Harrison and Mark Wakefield. Pretty much everybody else, oh, that's a lovely move from Max Bladen, elbows his way through. It was Adam Davey who was somewhat unceremoniously moved aside, and Davey also about to be demoted by Joe Polly as well. Then we have got the two Scalextrics cars running in tandem, Simon Walton and Adrian Norman, as the field head through Piff Paff onto the steel straight. Also making good progress is Henry Neal, but at the front of the pack we've got this trio just breaking clear at the moment, haven't we, in the form of Ricky Page from Nathan Harrison, and then it's Mark Wakefield. There's Wakefield, the grey car between the two red machines. Harrison, you can pick out, he has got the black roof. Ricky Page, the white trim. As they come out of the Tarzan hairpin, the short straight towards the Brook chicaneers. In the back of the picture you could see Max Bladen was making a move to the inside. Whether or not that works out, we'll find out in due course, as picking up the throttle coming out of the Brook chicane, this leading trio, separated quite literally by 3 car lengths. There is nothing between them. And then we've got Darren Chatt and Max Bladen, the next group of cars, as Nathan Harrison looks to a gap to the inside of Ricky Page, which is utterly non-existent, and Ricky Page doesn't really need to defend. We are in car with Matt Hammond. Now what happens here for Matt? He consults his mirrors as he gets past on either side. There wasn't really an awful lot that Matt Hammond could do about that through Graceland. There is Henry Neal, who made the move stick. Return to the fight of the leaders, and Ricky Page tiptoes through Graceland, and at the moment this train of cars maybe just content to run together, trying to ease away from the rest of the field, and that's working. They've got Max Bladen just beginning to close up onto their tail as Hammond looks to the outside Nathan Harrison. Ricky Page squirts the throttle, he accelerates on his way. We're in car with Nathan Harrison heading towards the Brook chicane. Page knows he's coming, just plants his car pretty squarely in the middle of the road and get on the brakes. Harrison closes up onto Ricky Page, all seesaws at the wheel, and the gap almost opens up and presents itself. Page was a little bit more tentative through Brook than Harrison expected. He really had to pass Page to avoid running into the back of him, so now Harrison takes lead of the race, and Mark Wakefield may well also be able to propel himself past Ricky Page. They've been joined by Max Bladen. This is fantastic racing. Ricky Page should just hold on to second position, however, as Mark Wakefield is forced to the outside line. We're in car with Wakefield now. Now, what is he suggesting as he waves his finger? I think he was signalling to Ricky Page, I'm not going to challenge. I'm not sure that Ricky Page would have really seen that, but nonetheless, it's the gesture that counts. As Wakefield, you can see what he's thinking. Tactically, he doesn't want to get into a fight with Ricky Page. He wants them to work together to draw Nathan Harrison back into this fight for the lead, because these Cooper class cars slipstream like you wouldn't believe, and therefore need to work together. Here is another look at the pass for the lead. We saw it in car with Nathan Harrison. This is it from the outside, and Ricky Page just gets caught out, and Harrison goes, yeah, around the outside It's a really, really bold move, and one that you very rarely see here at Rockingham. But we've seen time and time again in the Cooper class of the Power Max Mini Challenge that they will pass where others fear to even go at high speed, because these drivers do not know the meaning of fear, and they are very bold in where they overtake. So now Page trying to close back onto terms with Nathan Harrison, as Harrison accelerates out of the Dean hairpin, back in car with Mark Wakefield, almost in a position to give Ricky Page a little bit of a tap, and now Wakefield decides enough's enough, I've got the pace to chase down Harrison, let me do the hard work, so he moves past Ricky Page. Then we have got Max Bladen, and Bladen sitting there in 4th position. Meanwhile, wherever you look through the field, there are scraps going on, as here we have Grace Williams trying to chase down Adrian Norman as the pair of them negotiate the first turn. Hurtle towards the Dean hairpin. Norman, she's got the advantage at the moment. They've got Henry Neal in the bright yellow car closing up onto their tail as well. And they're all in pursuit of the blue machine of Adam Davey. So through Yentwood they come. The very slight incline uphill towards Chapman Curve. It's just flicking his car sideways there is Adam Davey. There is the 70 car, that's Grace Williams. She's got Henry Neal looking to the inside into Piff Paff. Neal sees a gap that rapidly disappears, so that doesn't quite work out. Returning to our race leader, here's Nathan Harrison. And Harrison, by the standards of Cooper class racing, has got a sizable advantage, because it must be, I don't know, all about 7 car lengths. The same luxury does not go the way of Adam Davey. He would appear to have most of the rest of the field in pursuit, including the car of Henry Neal. Joe Polly also scything her way through the pack. And we've got Martin Poole as well. There is Martin to the inside of Joe Polly at the Tarzan hairpin. The black and orange car. Poole looks to accelerate away. Meanwhile, we've got a little group. Matt Hammond and Grace Williams have both been able to race their way through that pack. There he's in clear as Max Bladen elbows aside Ricky Page. That maybe will have caught the eye of the clerk of the course, because that was robust, I would suggest, from Max Bladen. Here we see it from Ricky Page's perspective. Down through the gears. And he is given a little bit of a tap, and then another couple for good luck from Max Bladen. And as they come on their way, Joe Polly still to the fore of this frenetic group as they arrive into Yentwood now, and Davey gets a little bit of assistance from Martin Poole, loses out to Adrian Norman as a result. Meanwhile, the word from race control is that Max Bladen has been given a 2-second penalty for that contact on Ricky Page. So Max Bladen, although he's running 3rd on the road, in fact, once you adjust the time, is demoted to 4th position, essentially giving Page his place back as Nathan Harrison accelerates out of Brook and along the start and finish straight. The checker flag is ready and waiting. It's been a great drive from Harrison. He takes the win, while Wakefield is in 2nd place. Then Ricky Page, although he's 4th on the road, will get 3rd. So look then at the results. So Harrison wins it from Wakefield and Page. Max Bladen, a fighting drive, rewarded with 4th nonetheless. Then it's Darren Chapp and Grace Williams, who is to the fore of that titanic scrap behind. So up onto the top step of the podium for a very happy Nathan Harrison.
It was a good race, it was a tough race. First couple of laps we were stuck behind Ricky, and we managed to overtake him on the chicane and just keep it consistent and have a nice little gap.
It's probably the most enjoyable race I've ever done, to be honest with you. You know, first couple of laps it was quite slippy, you know, because of the weather changing. But anyway, behind Ricky all the way through, and I could see Max in my rear view mirror. He was catching and catching. And I thought, right, I'm going to have to do a move here. So I come round the outside of Ricky Page, dive down the inside of him on the next corner, and it managed to pay off. And then chasing Nathan Harrison all the way through the race. And we caught him, but just not caught him enough to be able to take the win. But hopefully maybe in the next one.
Some great racing there from the Coopers. The Power Max Mini Challenge continues with the turbos here at Brands Hatch after the break.